Andrew Jackson, Indian Removal, and Jack Torrance, the $20 bill that haunts Kubrick's The Shining. Stanley Kubrick's The Shining is a film filled with chilling subtext, cryptic symbolism, and a few thousand conspiracy theories. While most discussions center around themes of isolation, madness, and the Overlook Hotel's genocidal history, there's an overlooked detail that connects Jack Torrance to one of the most controversial figures in American history, Andrew Jackson. Specifically, Jack's possession of a $20 bill featuring the face of Jackson ties his character's descent into violence to the legacy of the Indian Removal Act and America's haunted foundation. Kubrick's choice to align Jack Torrance with Andrew Jackson is no accident. Both men embody the destructive forces of entitlement, the cyclical nature of power and violence, and the erasure of those deemed lesser. Let's delve into the absurd yet compelling connection between Jackson's legacy, the $20 bill, and Jack Torrance's spiral into madness. Andrew Jackson, the ghost of American genocide. Andrew Jackson, the 7th President of the United States, is a historical figure whose image adorns the $20 bill, a fact that has sparked endless debate given his infamous role in the Indian Removal Act of 1830. The act forcibly displaced tens of thousands of Native Americans, leading to the Trail of Tears, a euphemism for one of the most brutal episodes of genocide in American history. Jackson's populist rhetoric masked his violent policies, much like the Overlook Hotel's opulent facade conceals its bloody history. Jackson's presence on the $20 bill is ironic in the context of The Shining, where the Overlook itself is built on Native American burial grounds. The connection becomes glaringly symbolic when Jack Torrance clutches a denomination with Jackson's face on it, unknowingly carrying the weight of a legacy that parallels his own descent. The $120 bill, currency of violence. In one scene, Jack Torrance rifles through his wallet, where he holds $20 bills. While this could be dismissed as a minor detail, Kubrick's obsessive attention to symbolism suggests otherwise. The $20 bill isn't just currency, it's a metaphor for the historical cycles of violence and power that underpin the film. Jackson's legacy, by holding the $20 bill, Jack literally carries Jackson's image, an embodiment of greed, entitlement, and violence. Just as Jackson displaced Native Americans to make way for settlers, Jack seeks to erase his family's individuality to assert dominance, going so far as to attempt their literal removal. Blood money, the $20 bill, becomes a chilling symbol of how power structures, whether Jackson's policies or the Overlook's haunting influence, are built on bloodshed. Jack's possession of the currency mirrors his complicity in the Overlook's legacy of violence. Jack Torrance as the modern Andrew Jackson. Jack Torrance and Andrew Jackson share more than just a denomination. They are spiritual kin in their unchecked entitlement and capacity for destruction. Manifest destiny. Jackson's belief in manifest destiny justified the displacement and extermination of Native Americans for the sake of expansion. Jack, in turn, believes it is his destiny to take care of the Overlook, even if it means murdering his family to fulfill that role. Both men wield power destructively under the guise of purpose. A haunted legacy, Jackson's policies left an indelible scar on American history, much like Jack's rampage leaves a literal and figurative scar on the Overlook. Their actions are bound to a history they cannot escape, echoing the film's theme of being trapped in cycles of violence. Unwilling conduits, while Jackson actively shaped policy, Jack becomes a pawn of the Overlook's malevolence. Yet both men share an inability or unwillingness to break free from the destructive systems they represent. The Overlook Hotel as Jacksonian America. The Overlook Hotel itself is a monument to Jacksonian America. Its foundation on Native American burial grounds echoes the displacement and erasure perpetuated by Jackson's Indian Removal Act. Its grandeur masks a history of atrocities, just as Jackson's populist presidency masked the horrors of his policies. The burial grounds, the film's reference to the hotel being built on Native American burial grounds, isn't just a spooky plot point, it's a direct nod to America's bloody history. Just as Jackson saw land as a resource to be exploited, the Overlook commodifies its haunted past, profiting off the ghosts of its atrocities. The Gold Room, with its glittering opulence, symbolizes the ill-gotten wealth of expansionism. Jackson's Indian Removal Act paved the way for settlers to profit off stolen land, much like the Overlook's guests revel in a space tainted by violence. All work and no play, and the Jacksonian ethos. Jack's infamous mantra, "All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy," could easily apply to Jackson's relentless pursuit of expansion. Both men are consumed by their work, Jack with his writing, or lack thereof, and Jackson with his policies. This single-minded obsession blinds them to the human cost of their actions. The family as collateral, just as Jackson saw Native Americans as obstacles to progress, Jack views his family as impediments to his greatness. Wendy and Danny become collateral damage in Jack's descent, much like the indigenous populations displaced by Jackson's ambitions. A cycle of madness, both men are trapped in cycles of their own making. Jackson's policies set the stage for ongoing systemic violence, while Jack's actions doom him to become part of the Overlook's eternal legacy. The $20 bill, then, becomes a symbol of their shared inability to escape their roles. Conclusion: the 20 bill and the cost of power. In The Shining, Jack Torrance's possession of the $20 bill is more than a detail. It's a chilling link to the legacy of Andrew Jackson and the Indian Removal Act. Kubrick's use of this denomination connects Jack's descent into madness with America's historical cycles of violence and erasure. Through Jackson's image, the film critiques the entitlement and destructiveness that drive men like Jack and Jackson. The $20 bill isn't just currency, it's a metaphor for the costs of power, built on the backs of the vulnerable and perpetuating cycles of destruction. So the next time you watch The Shining, remember, when Jack Torrance clutches that 20, he's not just holding money, he's holding history. And much like the ghosts of the Overlook, history never lets go.